everybody. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to do another unfiltered, unscripted drama opinion, but we're going to discuss 3 Chinese dramas that I've dropped. First would be the 2026 Chinese idol costume drama, Blossoms of Power. The second one is the 2026 Chinese idol costume romance drama, Key to the Phoenix Heart. And the third one would be the 2026 Chinese idol Republican era romance drama, Overdue. The reason I bunched these together is because I was really looking forward to these dramas and I've dropped them for different reasons. So the first drama that we'll talk about is the Meng Ziyi and He Yu drama, Blossoms of Power, where our female lead used her life as a last resort to get revenge against a family that was the cause of her family's downfall and ruin, which resulted in her entire family's execution. Because she was married to a royal prince, she got spared, but she used her life to punish the family that killed her family in a political struggle. And then she wakes up one day in a body of a princess, but not really a royal princess. And the timeline is 3 years after her death, and she wants to use her second life to live life the way she wants to. I don't think the male lead was appealing to me. He was entertaining at first. He was very charming, but I guess this type of male lead don't appeal to me anymore. Maybe 2 or 3 years ago I would have loved him, but I'm into I've been watching Turkish dramas lately and I've been really into a more masculine and a more toxic male lead. That was so painful to admit. And Meng Ziyi, her acting is good, but I think I've seen her acting like this in the last 3 dramas that she did. And I feel like her character is unusually cruel just to show that she's a boss bitch. Yeah, so no, that turned me off right away. So the female lead of this drama gets to pick one of the prince to marry. So each prince have their own motivation in marrying our female lead, and one by one the male lead eliminates his competition. I wish the process was longer. It was just like she's swiping left and right. That's what it felt like during the process, and I wanted that to be more comedic and more enjoyable, and I'm not really attached to any of the characters, unfortunately. I was looking forward to the second prince, the prince that is played by Ye Zuxin. I've seen him as like a supporting role and in cameo roles, and he made like a really good impression on me as the crown prince in Blossom and again in Pursuit of Jade. But his character was not as fleshed out as his other supporting roles he have done in the past. I don't think I really enjoy a romance drama for the romance sake. I enjoy romance, but I don't like moments that are created that doesn't make sense and just is there because they need a romantic scene. I think I stopped around episode 10 or 12, I'm not sure. Okay, moving on to the second drama, Key to the Phoenix Heart. It stars Ho Minghao and Ai Mi. So how do I explain this drama? We have a princess, and she's very spoiled, she's very doted on. She has a childhood sweetheart who is one of the royal princess that is part of the succession line, and she is a genius inventor. And her life is happy, yada yada yada. She's waiting for a proposal from the second male lead, and for political reasons, the female lead ends up marrying the male lead, and the mastermind behind this whole scheme is the female lead's father. Okay, oh my god, I'm so tired. I need to go to bed. But anyways, I really like the drama in terms of its characters. If you look at the individual characters. They're very fleshed out, have their own motivations, they have their own reasons for doing this and not for the sake. And they're not a plot device for the sake of the leads. And I really love that. They are really complicated characters for an idol drama. And I think the downfall of this drama is the fact that it is an idol drama. I think the highlight of the drama is Peter Ho. Oh my god, he is an amazing actor. I used to watch all of his Taiwanese dramas back in the day, but time has passed and he's playing the father roles. For the past few years, his roles have been mostly comedic. It didn't showcase his strength as an actor, and in this drama he is given a much more complicated character that's really great, and I really enjoyed his performance. I wish this drama was more like in between, not really idol, but I wish it was somehow like Prisoner of Beauty. It's still an idol drama. I wanted this to be less childish in some areas, especially when it came to the female lead. I know I love the female lead. I have really liked her in the supporting roles she did. And this is her first leading roles, and I believe she was a minor when she shot this. I've heard some reviews that she played the character as she is supposed to. The character she's playing is also a minor, but I wish her character was written less childish, and the story and how it executes himself is too idol drama. So it's odd sometimes. Like, there are complicated scenes and these are complicated characters, but they show it in a very idol drama way. I'm repeating myself already, so I'm gonna move on from this point. And the politics is quite well done, and the conspiracy and the thriller element of finding out what happened in the past. But I felt like, since this is an idol drama, right, the past was like too complicated. The plot line and the intricacies of its politics and whatever that's going on is too complicated for an idol drama. There you go. Last but not least, we're going to talk about the Zhao Linghe and Wang Churan Republican era idol romance drama, Overdue. Oh, I forgot to say what the plot is. The male lead was switched at birth. He grew up in an abusive home of a powerful family, but they found out later that he belonged to this other family. But he is not loved because he is seen as a jinx. He brings bad luck to his biological family, and he wanted to stay away, wanted to become a doctor. He meets the female lead and she gets close to him, but then the female lead betrays the male lead, and the female lead ends up dying, or so the male lead thought. And 3 years later, the female lead comes back as the male lead's brother's fiance, while the male lead is also engaged to a different woman for political business reasons. I know, very makjang. Let's start with its use of AI in the intro. Just no. That's when I knew that the drama was not going to be good, because they thought that an AI intro is okay. I think I will be fine with an AI intro if it wasn't shit like this drama. So whoever okayed that, I knew we were off to a bad start. The indoor scenes, horrible. The lighting, ugh. Somebody teach these Chinese drama lighting directors how to light properly. Please, please, please. Because the inside scenes are so horrible, the outside scenes are okay. They're fine. I can tolerate it. And I don't think the drama knows how to set the mood for whatever heightened period that it's leading up to. Because the drama is too bright and sparkly, for me as an audience, it doesn't give me the right vibe as a melodrama, which this drama clearly is. It should have a lot of yearning. It should have a lot of push and pull between the male and the female lead. But like, no matter how dramatic the background music is, if what I'm seeing on screen is like hurting my eyes and the dialogues are very cringy, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. The drama is supposed to be like one of my guilty pleasure male lead and female lead dynamic, where the male lead kind of bullies the female lead. He is taking revenge on the female lead because he is hurt by the female lead. In the past, they loved each other, but then he was betrayed by the female lead. And then the female lead comes back pretending not to know him. So he wants to take revenge. Also protect his family. So the dynamic should be the male lead being cruel to the female lead. But I feel like Chinese dramas have lost that art. I remember the good old days of Cruel Romance and Too Late to Say I Love You. It lost that art where it makes it entertaining, that toxic relationship. And they know how to convey that to the audience. But in this drama, it's so cringe. Well, there was a scene where the male lead meets the female lead for the first time in 3 years. He thought she was dead. And I think it's like the engagement party of the female lead and the male lead's brother. And the female lead walks towards the male lead, the male lead's brother. After that scene, the female lead goes to the powder room, I think. There's a hallway and there's a sink with a mirror. She washes her hands to calm herself. Then the male lead comes behind her, right? And just, traps her in and puts his face on her neck. And we know, as romance watchers, we know what that scene should look like and what that scene should feel like and what that scene should convey. This drama fails at it. It's so cringe. And there's another scene where the whole family is visiting like this ancestral praying place, and one of the antagonists, the male lead's fiance, brings a witness to identify the female lead as the killer of her father. So the whole scene is supposed to be touching because the female lead risks her identity to defend the male lead, and it's supposed to be very romantic. But then just the execution, the female lead says quietly, so the male lead is the only person that should hear it, and says, "Don't be afraid, I'm here." Most dramas that know what it's doing, it would work on me, really. Like Love Like the Galaxy, where Wu Lei's character comes and saves Salus's character, but he says the same line, and though the way he said it could be more natural, but that scene worked for me. But in this drama, I feel like everybody could have heard what she said to him. And I would immediately suspect that there's something going on between the male lead and the female lead. But the drama acts like only the two of them heard it. The people that directed it, that produced it, that edited it, that lighted it, that wrote it, everybody that was involved in the pre-production and the production and the post-production should have watched a couple of Thai dramas that have this slap kiss element before making this drama, because everything falls flat. And it makes me so sad that I dropped this drama, because I was really looking forward to it. There was real hype behind it because Dalinga decided to star in it after his success with Pursuit of Jade. See, I was expecting to at least stick to one of these dramas, and the Chinese drama I ended up completing was the Chinese comedy slice of life family drama Xiao Feng, which was so unexpected. I did not know it was airing. I watched it when it was on its 13th episode. The drama has its own faults, but it was enjoyable and an unexpected complete for me. I think that's it. Bye.